138 points. Hey, that's pretty good. But it's time for the Gameweek 20 preview. But first, the Gameweek 19 review. Oh, what a shame, right? What a shame. With the double Gameweek average points being a whopping 74. Damn, son. With that is in fact the highest average we've had so far this season. So wouldn't it be quite good timing if you just had the best week you've ever had in FPL? I think so. Where my team only went and done it, lads, with the massive, gigantic 138 points. 138. Am I milking this? Absolutely yes. We gotta enjoy these high moments, lads, because you know we can go downhill very, very quickly. So we'll appreciate while we can, yeah? But my old overall rank was 372k. Those were the days, lads. Back down in those slumps. Never again. But that has all changed with my new overall and best ever rank of the season being 135,000. Way! A 240,000 rank rise, and my team is actually now looking very, very sexual to keep on pushing, to still push towards that number one in the world. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Am I going to keep trying? Absolutely. But my team, my 138 point team, and the game's finished like this. Where, if you didn't see the extra YouTube post I made just before the last preview, I decided not to triple captain Kevin De Bruyne and just bench boost instead. And hey, that very much worked actually, because even though the guys on my bench were kind of cheeky scrubs and didn't get massive scores, bench boosting kind of made me take another hit to bring in Antonio. And he only went and got 18 points, so hey. But that was nothing on the absolute GOAT, the absolute legend, John Stones. Please, just a moment of appreciation for the messy spaghetti hair man, John Stones. 27 points, John Stones. I still actually can't believe that a 5 million quid defender scored 27 points in one game week. Like, what? Absolute madness from him there. But instead of just chinwagging with each of the games, because you know there was about 32 of them, wasn't it? Let's quickly have a browse and have a chat with all my players, and then move swiftly on to my team next week. A little bit of a preview, some would say. But starting in goals with the big boy Emi Martinez, who I definitely was going to keep even if he didn't have a double, but he ended up having one anyway, which was absolutely lovely stuff as he translated that into some FPL points, where he was actually quite damn close to a giant score against City. But you know, Gundogan does exist, so that clean sheet was wiped out. But he did go and keep a cleanie against Newcastle anyway, so that is perfectly fine. With the man between the sticks, kicking stuff off with 9 points there. Very nice. João Cancelo, more like how Cancelo, because how has he not scored yet? I swear he has about 73 shots a game and makes about 200 crosses, and he is still yet to get a return in like what feels like a year. Actually, no, that's a lie. He finally got one the other day in the cup and not in the league. Okay then. That was guaranteed to happen though, really, isn't it? But unfortunately, he didn't start one of the games in the double, so he missed out on a clean sheet there. So it was just a big boy tease from him, as he could have had a lot of points, but only got 8. Terrible. But nah, that was very much appreciated to push us up all the way and finally enter the 100 club for the first time. Hey. So thank you for that one, boss man. I didn't just get 100 club. I got 130 points. I don't know if I said that yet, but just let you know. But if there was someone I really needed to thank, it is the one and only James Justin, who is actually the only player I've had in every single week of the season. And here he repaid my loyalty to him with a huge 14-pointer with back-to-back clean sheets and an extra bonus point in there too. What an absolute lad he has been. Just like the next fella next to him in Vladimir Sufal, who has kept 5 clean sheets this season and had 4 assists, but never in this same game. Weird one, that. But that is exactly what happened in the double as well, where he got a clean sheet in the first one and then an assist in the other. So apparently he loves to spread out all of his returns just like butter. So for that, I will thank you, Mr. Cloverman. But then we have the hero, the absolute legend, the king, John Stones. Wow, I've never owned a defender that scored 2 goals in a game, but I've also never owned a defender to get 2 goals in a game and a clean sheet in the other double game that he has. That is actually so sexual. What? Like 27 points from one player. I still can't believe what he's done. What an absolute man This will never be forgotten. But then we get to the disappointing midfield, really. Compared to the defence, anyway. Absolutely terrible. With first Mo Salah, more like no Salah, after he only gets 4 points. After he got nothing in the first game, and you guessed it, absolutely nothing again in the second one too. Like, how have Liverpool completely forgot how to score? Like, what? Then we had the captain, Kevin De Bruyne, where oh dear, and oh so close to all of the points, but it just wasn't to be. Where even Emi Martinez scored more points than him in my team. And now De Bruyne is in fact injured, which is very, very sad news. But you know what? I'll take the 8 double to 16 and be thankful I just didn't triple captain him, which, you know, I was very much going to do, but I decided not to. So great stuff there. Also, get well soon, because the amount of serotonin I get when I shout, Kevin De Bruyne, is quite a lot. So please hurry up. Then next to him, we have Bruno. Basically no points though. So there we are then. Where somehow he did get given an assist in the following game, even though I don't think it should have been, but I ain't complaining, so it's all good. But Bruno lad, where are all these penalties I signed up for? Not good enough. But oh well, the points will do. But the biggest disappointment of the week was actually our boy Thomas Soucek, with only 4 points. That is actually devastating. But actually, all of his goals this season, I think all 5 of them, where he scored more goals than Werner in the league. All of his goals have been when Antonio hasn't started. So is this going to be a thing now with Antonio back? Does that mean Soucek is no longer the best player to ever exist in the Premier League? Hopefully not. Disappointed this week, but good to keep for a long time. Then, moving on to the attack with Mr. Oliver Watkins, who I brought in mainly to cover Aston Villa's attack, to be honest. And he only goes and gets a goal straight away. Hey! One more goal than Grealish. I win. But it wasn't quite as good as the big boy, the big man, the big points return guy, Antonio, who scored in both games and took all the bonus in both games. Now that is sexy stuff. Very sexy. 18 points. Definitely worth that extra hit. And then to finish it off, the benchy boys, where I decided to just put my single game week players on the bench. But remember, I only brought in Antonio to bench boost. So if I wasn't going to bench boost, then Son wouldn't be there. But McCarthy got the whole 1 point. Ooh. Bamford and Dallas are both blanking with a 2 each. Ooh. And then Sonny Boy spoiling us with a massive 5. So a total of 10 points. So again, the bench boost, I think, was actually a massive success. And you might say, hang on, it's only 10 points. What are you on about? But it's because if I didn't smash that bench boost button, then I wouldn't have got the 18 Antonio points. So definitely a success, I reckon. And just to remind you, my 3 transfers in for this week before the double was me bringing in Stones, Antonio, and Watkins, with all 3 of them returning all of the points, 53 points to be exact from them 3. That right there could go down in history as one of my best set of transfers ever. To push me all the way to 138 points. Wait, what was that? 138 points in total. Now, I actually can't believe I scored 138. And that is why I'm savouring this moment. That is why I won't let you forget, because that was amazing. So now, a moment of silence to remember this moment. Okay, that's enough, and we move on to the Gameweek 20 preview, which is actually such a shame that our very own Kevin De Bruyne has got injured, because look at this balance in this team. Look at the source of the team, boys. It was very good. Where I got my 4 big premium mids, 3 cheap strikers that can all score quite a lot of goals. And then also the depth on my bench is just unbeatable. Whilst casually having, you know, one of the best FPL keepers of the season, McCarthy, chill in there. Dallas and Justin, defenders very much good enough to start in any given week. And then Thomas Soucek, the best ever Premier League player to ever exist. So I had a very well balanced team. I generally think I could have literally gone AFK, not have to make a transfer for ages, and still done pretty well this season. You know what? Shall I do that? Ta-ra! But no, that's not to be. As Kev lad may well be leaving the team right now. Which is not only a shame that we have to chuck out, you know, the best player in the league, it's also going to mess up the balance in my team completely. So thanks, Kevin. Next time you plan on getting injured, remind me first, alright? Cheers. But who am I going to replace Kevin De Bruyne with? Where top of my list is actually a James Maddison or Harvey Barnes, as I want to get in some of that Leicester attack, as they have a pretty good run of fixtures, and it could actually give me enough cash to upgrade one of my forwards to Kane in a few weeks if one of them isn't doing a good enough job and one of them needs to be sacked from the squad, you know? But, I might not actually get rid of De Bruyne just yet. Where I have Southampton playing against Palace, Dallas against Newcastle, and James Justin against Everton. 3 very good fixtures from my defenders, and as it stands, I would have to bench 2 of them, and that is just a big oh dear. So, this week, I might actually just line up like this. And bench Kevin just for 1 week, where I probably will still go for Barnes or Maddison. But this week they play Everton, which, you know, I don't think is an amazing game. And I think I would actually rather choose Dallas to play against Newcastle, because his fixtures are bad and, you know, he might be going on my squad. Whilst they can also give me a bit of time and another transfer to use next week, where we might be able to create the ultimate saucy move. Like, I think I could do De Bruyne to Maddison and Bamford to Kane. Now that would be very good. So for now, let's just say we're going to be lining up like this, and then give our best ever preview predictions for the games here. With the first game being between Palace against West Ham. Palace are defo poor Palace right now, and then West Ham have Antonio back. So if you think about it, it's just going to be an absolute easy spanking for the big man here, and an easy win to West Ham, where I defo want to start Soufal, and I defo want to start Antonio. But now, with my girthy squad, I might actually have to bench Soucek, and I actually can't see me playing him for quite a while. So, oh dear, is that going to hurt me? Hopefully not. I mean, he's really not a bad backup though, is he? But 2-0 to West Ham, I'm going for there. Newcastle Leeds, when Newcastle haven't won a single game in their last 10 matches in all competitions, and Leeds are the most exciting crap team to ever exist. But now I actually think it's going to be a walkover for Leeds again, smashing Steve Bruce into the ground and potentially into the sack. Could this be Stevie Bruce's final game for Newcastle? I actually think so, mind. Where I think I want to start Dallas and definitely Bamford, so it will definitely finish 2-0 to the Leeds here. Southampton Arsenal. Ooh, now this is a rematch from the other day where Southampton did actually win in the cup, but is it going to be a bit more spicy this time in the league? Where I actually don't have any fellas starting in this game, so don't care. But in before bench McCarthy clean sheet, yeah. But 1-1 is my prediction to go for here. West Brom Man City. The Big Sam versus the Big Baldy Pep. Where Man City have been doing very well lately, especially their defence. And oh, isn't it such a shame that I have double defence ready for this game. But now, there is no Kevin De Bruyne! And how will that change things for them? And you know, I won't lie when I say I've been tempted to just go Kevin De Bruyne to Sterling, you know, especially for the next 3 fixtures. But I actually think they could struggle for goals in the next few weeks. And I feel like all of their goals are just going to be spread out among all of their like 17 different attackers. So I think I might not go for another City player there. But I'm going to go for an only 1-0 win to the City there. Almost a Big Sam masterclass. And then in before another John Stones goal. Yeah, okay. I'm not greedy at all, right? Burnley Villa. The battle of the horrible burgundy kits. But Burnley, Brexit Burnley, have found pretty good form apparently, so could actually put up a decent fight against the Villa. But I do still think the Villains can get the job done here and get a 1-0 win here. Martinez goal, yeah, it could happen, you know, it could. Chelsea Wolves, interesting one this, where both teams have been quite a bit wibbly wobbly lately, haven't they? And it really could go either way. But I think I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Chelsea. With the goals probably coming from anyone that's not named Werner. But I don't actually have any players from either of these teams in this game, which sounds pretty damn weird because I'm pretty sure I had triple Wolves and almost triple Chelsea at one point. Like, what? Brighton Fulham, the most exciting relegation battle game there ever is, where will Scott Parker be able to spark out Graham Potter and get the win here? I'm not too sure, but then again, maybe. So I think it's going to be a 2-1 win to the team that decides to win. Is it going to be Brighton? Is it going to be Fulham? I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I think it's going to be a close and exciting game there. Everton Leicester, where, Leicester have been playing pretty damn well recently, haven't they? But then also, Everton just aren't that bad either. Especially their defence lately. Wait, hang on, they are playing now. Is that going to bite me on my backside? What's the score? Alright, they haven't conceded yet. Alright, they got the best defence in the world. But Everton did also beat Leicester not only a couple of weeks ago as well. So I'm not quite sure how this one will go. But I do reckon it's going to be quite a tight one, and I don't think there's going to be many goals in it at all. Like, I generally can see like a 0-0 or 1-1 draw. Where I might actually have to bench James Justin and not get in Maddison. Meaning, if Leicester do go on a mad one, then I'll be a mad one, because that could be a lot of points missed out on. But I think I have fully decided that I'm going to keep the transfer in my pants, not get it out just yet, and just pray Leicester don't slap Everton silly. Please. Man United, Sheffield United. It will be quite interesting to see if Sheffield United, can really put up a fight for the rest of the season and be proper hungry boys fighting for everything they can. But you're still going to say that Manchester United are probably going to get the win here, right? I know, right? Proper ballsy claim there. But Bruno could be very, very amazing this week. 20-pointer already confirmed. And after not starting in the cup, but then coming on, getting a goal and almost an assist, he is rested and ready to go to be my captain for this week. Hey, 100% confirmed and not going to change that, as he is actually going to get all of the points in a 3-1 win to the Manchester United there. And the final game be an absolute corker between Spursy and Liverpool. Where Liverpool have not been doing it in the league this year apparently. What are they doing? But maybe this is the game that could all change. It would be the most Liverpool thing to struggle against Burnley and Fulham and then destroy Spurs like 4-0, wouldn't it? But last time they played, Salah and Son scored. So if you lads fancy doing that again, that would be very much appreciated. And I reckon it can happen. But I am going to go for a 2-1 win here to Spurs. That is right. You heard it here first. Spursy to beat Liverpool. And that is it for the Game Week 20 preview. So to confirm, transfer, probably going to save it in my pocket just for this week. Just because I got players with good enough fixtures I can play anyway. And then next week I can reassess even more. My captain Dino is going to be Bruno! And probably vice Cancelo, because I am actually quite tempted with the Cancelo captain, but I don't know if I want to do that. Imagine that though, that could be very saucy. And that is my team ready and set to go for this week to keep on climbing to get to that #1 spot eventually. It'll happen, right? But thank you all for watching, and remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.